Shout out to DeSean. He got me watching college football, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
He does. He has a lot of people.
He got me watching college
Speaking
football.
about that, though, like, we have another major coach that's going to another HBCU. Oh, it is two.
Did we talk about Michael Vick already?
No, we haven't. So we got Vick going
DeSean.
to Norfolk State.
Mm-hmm.
And then DeSean Jackson just signed with Delaware. How you feel about that?
Perplexed.
Why?
I feel like, and this is, damn, I should have I could have did some research before the show. Guys, I'm sorry. Has DeSean Jackson had coaching experience ever? Anywhere else?
So.
What about Michael Vick?
I think Vick has.
Okay.
I think he's been like an assistant coach before, but or high school.
Okay. I only say that because DeSean has been doing this for a while. Like, this ain't, like, I know it might be new to the media and things like that, but DeSean been coaching for a while, and he's been very involved in his son's football lives for a while. So seeing him get a head coaching job came to no surprise because, I mean, I've been following DeSean, and that's like seeing Snoop Dogg getting a opportunity somewhere, right? Even if it's a assistant coach, because Snoop Dogg has been around football for his son's entire life, right? So I say perplexed because what are the expectations that we have for these players because they were great? Michael Vick was a phenomenal quarterback. I mean, shout out to Lamar Jackson for just surpassing his all-time quarterback rushing yards in the NFL. But that shows you, look how long it took, right? Because Michael Vick was that good. We never seen nobody like Michael Vick until now. We see people like Lamar Jackson and look at that. Like Lamar Jackson is so great that it took somebody like him to break the record of Michael Vick. Right. That shows you how great Vick was.
That alone.
DeSean Jackson was one of the fastest or most explosive wide receivers that I've seen watching football, right? And when we see that these guys are coaching, I want them all to have success. So first, I think it's dope, but the realistic part of me is like, man, I know what comes with expectations. So I'm just like, I don't know, because I don't want people to think, oh, we got Michael Vick, so we're going to have this DeSean effect. We got DeSean Jackson, so we're going to have this DeSean effect. And, bro, you might not, because as great as those two players were, they still wasn't half as much as Deion Sanders. And that's why I'm not, like, hating it. I'm just like, I don't know how I feel. I think it's dope for HBCUs and stuff like that. But it's like, also, I don't think people should get jobs because of who they are and what they did for a sport. I think they should get their job because they qualified. And I'm not nowhere saying that they aren't, because I don't know. I haven't done that much research to see. But I hope that's not the case. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, so just in real time, it says that DeSean Jackson spent 2024 as an assistant coach at Woodrow Wilson High School in Long Beach, California. So he does have coaching experience from this last season. I don't know outside of that if it extends into anything. But on the take of like people going and coaching at HBCUs, I do really think it's dope. Before Deion, though, you had Eddie George at Tennessee State, I think. So there's been this kind of renaissance, but then you've seen like it. Yes, Deion left. He went to Colorado, but you still see Jackson State wins a Celebration Bowl now.
Yeah.
The year after they left, or 2 years after they left, TC is still running that program very well. So I would say, me personally, like the domino effect of him going there is still, not to take anything away from TC.
Hell yeah.
But,
I'm
you know
with
what I'm saying? Like,
he left TC in a great position
to win.
Yeah.
I believe that, like, but you also have seen it not go so well with Ed Reed and Bethune-Cookman and like that Stanton thing, that nature, where it was very much short-lived. What I do hope is that when you have a Michael Vick and a Deshaun Watson going into these Deshaun Jackson, I'm sorry, going into these programs, that more people that are coming out of these schools feel like I can go to an HBCU. But I think what is most special, and we've never seen this before, this NIL season. The NIL thing. Now you can make money anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, I think in basketball, the top prospect, I mean, he's from Utah, but the top prospect is going to BYU to hoop, basketball prospect. Because nowadays, like, you have college players that are making more than take it with a grain of salt, more than rookies going in the league.
100%, for sure.
Because of their stardom. So I think that they're in a place now where you can actually get top talent and everything on a name, but then also because of the people around you that can have and create a sustainable program for HBCUs. And anytime you see a win for HBCUs, I just...
It's a win for sure.
Yeah.
I think, what I will say, though, at minimum, Vick went to Norfolk State.
He went to Virginia Tech. He's from Virginia.
Yeah, he went to Virginia. No, I'm saying, what did he coach? What did he start? Did he get the coaching?
I don't know where Vick started.
No, I'm saying where he's coaching this year.
Oh, Norfolk State.
Norfolk, yeah. So he went to Norfolk State, the coach, right? At minimum, I think they'll get a really good quarterback because why wouldn't you want to be coached by one of
Michael
the best?
Vick, yeah.
Same with DeSean Jackson. I know he's very involved in the West Coast because that's where he's from. He can get some talent. And again,
ooh, that's a good point.
I'm being real, right? So when it comes to the positions, right? Like the athletes on the field, it's not that big of a difference. It's a difference when you compare it to the SEC and things like that, but it's not that big of a difference when we talk about athletes, right? The real difference is in the interior, right? So I think that they'll get some dogs because there's a lot of dogs out there in general. So even if you get the second best player from Oklahoma or Alabama, they still gonna be dogs at the HBCU level. So I think they will definitely see some type of progression.
I'm glad that you made that point because people don't understand the significance of like Deion was able to flip the top cornerback in the nation in Travis Hunter at that time.
Yeah.
So like just imagining what players could a Mike Vick or a DeSean Jackson flip
for sure.
To make them go to the HBCU.
I'm pretty sure there's a quarterback out there that would love to play for Vick.
Yeah,
like even like I was
quarterback. Yeah, right.
I was talking to one of my homies, and again, guys, I'm being careful, but I know all my sports fanatics, like y'all know this shit, so just be bear with me. But I was talking to one of my friends about AAU basketball, and this reminds me of this. He was like, AAU basketball is great. The only thing about it is there's no rules. So what happens is like a player will have a phenomenal year, but then you might have this dope boy coming off the street going into a coaching program, or that's just his son might be on a team or whatever. He might be working with a program and he got a lot of money and he could offer a kid that plays AAU to play for his team, right? Or not even that. Let's say if, like, I think he said one of his sons played a team where it was a famous rapper and he gave the rapper nigga the business and the rapper DM'd him like, yo, what I gotta do to get you here? We can't ignore that influence that these people have. So same way with a Michael Vick or DeSean Jackson. You never know the influence that they might have on a top wide receiver prospect or a top quarterback prospect. And it's like, yo, that's Michael Vick. What? I used to play with him on Madden. I would love to play for Michael Vick. So that does add to the program. And I think that should add some type of like, benefit to the players that they can get.
Nah, it's dope. And I need to correct myself. Apparently, but I don't think this is necessary. This is on ESPN. They're saying that Vick has no coaching experience. He's the latest former star who has not coached before taking the helms of an HBCU program. But it says that includes Deion and Eddie George. But I could have sworn Deion coached in high school. So I need to fact check that.
He might have coached the Little League. I don't know.
I could have sworn he coached high school before he went there. But I'll fact check that. We'll circle back with that. But this is what ESPN is saying.
But I do know that Deion was around for his sons. Like, he has so many relationships with the coaches that coach his sons. So, like, I do know. And then he always talks about it like he was like some of the players that played with him, they've been playing with him for years.
But that's what I'm saying. I do feel like he has coached before. But maybe they're not recognizing it because the level at which he coached.